So this is going to be describing how the guaranteed side of the Retirement Cornerstone platform works. There's a non-guaranteed side that works like an investment account. We're not going to be focusing on that today. We're focusing on how the guaranteed minimum income benefit and the guaranteed minimum death benefit grows in the Retirement Cornerstone. So as I'm sitting with a client, when I'm talking about this, I'm talking about it as usually an income play when they're concerned about their income for retirement. How this product works, Mr. Client, let me just kind of draw out an example for you. Let's just say we hypothetically put $100,000 into this platform. What that's going to do, $100,000 is going to go into the market value, but also we're going to put $100,000 into the guaranteed benefit base. Let me illustrate a couple of years to show you how it grows. Let's just assume year one, it's a good year. We're having a year like we're having this year, and your market value goes up 10%. That's a great year. Your $100,000 is going to grow by what? What's 10% of 100,000? I make them say 10% or 10,000. That's right. It's going to grow to $110,000. On the guaranteed side, we're going to guarantee you 6% in the first 2 years and then 4 to 8% thereafter. So, what is 6% on top of 100,000? It's $6,000, correct. So that's $106,000. Mr. Client, what number is bigger, $106,000 or $110,000? I know it's silly, but I make them say it to make sure that they're engaged. Yes, obviously the $110,000 is bigger. So each year we take a snapshot of the contract to see which number is bigger. So we cross out the $106,000 and then we have a step up from the 110 to the 110 over here. The benefit base then rolls up to the higher number. Let's just say year two, Mr. Client, we have a bad year. We lose 10%. We go back down to our original $100,000. I'm still guaranteeing you 6% regardless of what the market does. So you're going to grow to approximately $117,000 that year. Right about here, Mr. Client, is where you should be thinking to yourself, what's the catch? Here is the catch. If we're going to fast forward, let's just say 5 or 10 years down the contract, and the guaranteed value is $200,000, and the market value is only $100,000, and you want to walk away from the contract and say, give me all my money, you're going to get the $100,000 back, not the $200,000. The $200,000 is a promise by AXA as a death benefit and an income benefit. Obviously, as a death benefit, if something happens to you, this is going to pass to your heirs. But how do you utilize it as an income benefit? That's how this product is designed, and let me show you what I mean. Let's just take that $200,000. I know we talked about how the guarantee works. I'll explain that in a little bit. It's going to be a 4 to 8% guarantee going forward. Let's just assume it's 5% to make the math easy for us. $200,000 is the guaranteed value. I'm going to give you 5% guaranteed per year. What's 5% on $200,000? That's $10,000. Let's just assume we're pulling out that $10,000 every single year. Let's just do that for 10 years, Mr. Client. You pulled out $100,000 over 10 years. What is the account value going to be on the guaranteed benefit? They're always going to say it's going to be $100,000. And you go like this and you draw it out. It's still going to be $200,000. How does that work? I'm giving you 5% guaranteed, and you're pulling out 5% guaranteed. Regardless of what the market does, as long as you only pull out that guaranteed value that we're increasing your account by every year, your benefit base can never go down. This is not for all of your retirement assets, as it is not liquid. If you're enrolling in a platform like this, it is meant to be a lifetime type platform. Yes, there is a 7-year surrender schedule on this, meaning if you change your mind in the first 7 years and you want to get out, you're going to be penalized. But this isn't meant to be a 7-year product. This is meant to be a lifetime guarantee that AXA is providing to you. Now, Mr. Client, I know I skipped over how that guarantee works. The reason why I didn't want to go into this, and I don't talk about this in the first meeting usually, but I'm going to explain this to you. How does that 4 to 8% guarantee work? Well, the 4 to 8% is going to be based off of the 10-year Treasury bill. The 10-year Treasury bill, as long as you're not making withdrawals, we're going to give you the 10-year Treasury bill plus 2%. If you are making withdrawals, it's going to be the 10-year Treasury bill plus 1%. If that number is ever under 4%, you're going to get a minimum of 4%. If that number is ever above 8%, AXA does reserve the right to increase their guaranteed rates. I do not explain this to the client on the first meeting because it will confuse them. I will say 6% for the first 2 years, 4 to 8% thereafter, and then I'll illustrate 5% because it's a much easier example for the clients to understand. This has to have a very specific need. This is not right for all the clients' assets because you are tying up their money in an income-based platform. If they are looking for guaranteed income in retirement, this could be appropriate. It is not appropriate for all the retirement assets, as you will be locking up the money for the time being.